Good morning, welcome to Planet Mojo. Today I'm going to attempt to get these last 3 rows shoot positioned and hedged before it gets too hot out. It's going to be about 90 again today, so I really got to get moving on this. Natalie had her fire last night and the gator is just loaded with ash. She must have had this parked right next to the fire, and still got all of her stuff in here. Stuff from s'mores, and they had pizza and soda and all kinds of stuff. And let's go see what the fire pit looks like. Okay, just as I thought, they waited till it burned way down and then started throwing stuff on top, and it was already too late. Now I got to get back in here with chainsaw again and start a fire at ground level and get the rest of this stuff burned. If they would have continuously fed the fire, they would have got all this stuff burned, but I'm sure they were chatting and stuff. All right, let's get to work in the vineyard. If you haven't seen the previous videos, what I'm doing is getting everything onto the wire, which involves, if I'm working on this side, I put it over the wire that way, and the opposite on the other side. And to do so at this stage, well, with this bunch right here, I can just kind of measure it up to the wire and cut it all, and then just push it over the wire. And actually, those were supposed to be on this side. They were already positioned, they just weren't hedged. And there you have it. Now tomorrow, all of these leaves will start to face the sun, and it'll look more like this that was done yesterday. This still isn't quite there yet, but at some point all the leaves turn to face the sun. That's called senescence, I believe. And everything looks a lot better. So until that point it looks kind of sloppy like this. And that's basically it. I also take any shoots that are running like this one. This one runs way over that way. And yank them out. They got tendrils both from themselves and from the other shoots over here, holding them. All right, this one is a pretty good one to show you on because it has basically all of its shoots going down now. Grab a bunch of them and make sure they're gonna catch the wire. At this point in the season, they all want to hang down regardless, so yeah, I kind of cut them a little too short, but they will stay there. I got one left. If I can hook a leaf like that, it is definitely going to stay. Okay, and this is what I want to get rid of. Sometimes you can see it from this side and not from the other. I do not want the shoots running along the top like that. So I'm pulling any shoots that are running along the top, pulling them out, and then kind of separating everything, trimming them, getting them onto the wire, hedging the bottom, and then I'm going up and getting rid of the shoots that are going straight up. I leave a little bit of leaf surface area there to shade the fruit that's growing right below it. Okay, so this one, pretty much useless. This one, if these are actual shoots, I try to get them going where they're supposed to be, which is down to the wire like that. Now gravity will take over, and the next time I come through, it'll be ready to put onto the wire. Yeah, this one does not have a lot of stuff that's ready, so I'm just gonna let this one go. This one that I just pulled off is very ready. I'm gonna tie that one. Oh, I don't have my ties with you. I guess I'll use this. I gotta go back and get my ties. So that's the gist of it. Get everything down to the wire, hedge the top, hedge the bottom, and I'll show you some different stuff on the other side here. All right, row C is done. Still got a good amount of stuff that's not long enough to easily make it to the wire, but I'm gonna start taking Izzy for her walk on the rock road up there, and then doing work on my way through the vineyard. I'll just call up to the house and have them call Izzy back home, because I can't work with her around. She'll just take off and roll in something stinky. All right, so these two have already been tucked somewhat, so they'll be a little less hard than, well, these aren't really hard at all. So they may go a little bit faster. I'm gonna try getting both of these done before I stop today, so let's get moving. We're in the second from last row, and there's the robin nest. I'll give you a little update as to what's going on in there. Okay, get out of here before the mama gets too mad at me. Okay, the end of row D, one more row to go. Okay, that wraps things up. I have all the rows except for the very last row F. Everything is pruned, positioned, and hedged. You can see that I'm going to guess it's about 20% of the shoots still need to go down to the wire, and I'm going to do that on my daily walks like I said before. Hopefully this little breeze isn't messing up the camera. So now you can see it's nice and open underneath here. Air can flow through here nice and freely. So any fog, like in the morning we have a good deal of fog usually, that can just drain out and go on down the hill instead of being stuck in the rows and causing rot. So I still have a few to trim, but I'm going to do that on my walks. This last row, I didn't think I had to do much in this last row, but that one has some pretty good deer damage. These don't, these two don't. That one, I really don't need to do much, but this one I'm going to have to train two of these shoots onto the pole. So I'll get these three done and then see what needs to be done with them last ones up there. And on the way, I'll show you the two that I planted just recently. All right, on this one, I just pruned off. It branched all over the place. I got rid of all those branches. I got one tied to the pole. That one's not quite ready yet. This one, the deer bit off the top a while ago, but that was it. This is it right here. And yeah, they bit off the top on this one too, so they both have new tops growing. This one was left alone. It has two vines coming up from the ground. And here's one of the planted ones. Looks really good. And here's another. Neither one are ready to tie to the pin yet, but they both look pretty good. Now let's look at these up here. This one right here looks really nice. Not quite ready to tie to the pin yet though. And this one, nothing really needs to happen to that right now. And this last one kind of looks like it got sprayed, but I don't know. Maybe it did get a little touch of glyphosate when I got rid of all the grass in this aisle. I was pretty careful, but I might have hit it with some. Well, hopefully it survives. It doesn't look too bad. The next thing that's going to happen in here is I'm going to be doing some leaf thinning and a few other things. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and click on the update icon. If you have any questions or comments, make sure you put them in the comment section below. And if you give us a like and or share the video, it helps the channel out greatly. Thanks for watching and have a great day.